an African man currently in the White House directing cabinet meetings who has multiple children who's not from this country. I'm not talking about Barack Obama. I'm talking about Elon fucking Musk.
No. We're not talking about one child. We're not talking about 3 children. We're not talking about 5 children.
We're talking about a baker's dozen. You know what a baker's dozen is? It's not 12. It's 13.
Elon Musk has 13 fucking children. And then you have outlets. Look, then you have prominent black outlets like the Shade Room constantly talking about Nick Cannon and his 12 children, making fucking family trees. Always Nick Cannon. It's a running joke that Nick Cannon is this deadbeat dad who has hella kids, 12 kids.
Elon Musk, I believe, was at CPAC a good 24 to 48 hours ago and walked off stage and left his 4-year-old.
Left his 4-year-old on the stage?
His 4-year-old was walking down the stairs. Elon Musk walks down in front of him. He walks to the crowd, walks in the tunnel. His 4-year-old still struggling to get down the stairs.
He has multiple kids. He named his kids fucking Roman numerals. And niggas are calling him a genius. Bro. And Nick Cannon is this horrible baby father that has multiple kids. Oh, you don't know how destructive it's going to be for the children.
I platformed by black media. There's this talking point that's like the reason why the black community is the way it is. 70% of babies are born into single motherhood, like, or whatever.
And I believe that until you fucking told me.
And you look at unmarried couples that are still together. Black fathers in those scenarios participate in the child's life, whether it comes to bathing, spending quality time, like hanging out with them. Everything that a father does more often than any other demographic. It was comparable or more often than Hispanic fathers, than white fathers and everything. But because it's not married, that was the thing that people were like, oh, it's not, it's single motherhood. Just because you're not married does not mean that it's not two parents in the household. But people will take that, misrepresent that, and use that. That's a UCLA paper, mind you.
Hey, can I just say, before we even get into that, I think that the definition of single motherhood should be changed. Okay. Like, just because we're not married doesn't make you a single mother. Like, you are a single mother, but like, I'm the father, I'm in the kid's life. So if we're looking at it as parents.
Question. So are you together or are you not together?
Not together. I just still think that single. I think that because it's used both ways still. It's used, like, I get what you're saying too. Like, it is used as like, we're not together, we're single. But it's also used as like, single mother. Oh, so the dad's not around the kid, and it doesn't mean.
So you don't like. So you really don't like the jump from the jump to conclusion.
Yes.
Because you also, if you're saying if y'all not together, then
I'm a single.
You're a single father.
But when I say
that way about single father,
exactly, yes, when I say I'm a single father, most of the world doesn't think that, like,
the mom's not involved.
In my situation right now, I have 2 daughters that I've been solely dealing with alone for the last 5 years, 6 years, but when I say I'm a single father, people don't just automatically look at that and be like, oh dang, where's the mom? They just look at it like, I'm not married and I'm the dad.
What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Jalani for the 10 Lives Podcast, here with a message for you. Just so you guys know, everything here that you see and hear are self-funded by me 100%. From the studio, to the cameras, to the mics, to the lights, the different platforms we're posting this on and whatnot. Everything is self-funded by myself. In the description and on this video, it's my Cash App. Feel free to support and send any amount of contribution or donation that you would like to contribute to the podcast. It will go straight to funding the podcast, helping the podcast, and supporting the podcast. Even if it's $5 and $10 and $20, it will be appreciated.
That's $sign Jalani Lion 2, $sign Jalani Lion 2, $sign JALANILION number 2, JALANILION 2.
If you rock with your boy, make sure you hit up the Cash App to help push and help the podcast grow. I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get back to the episode. The only thing I would say to that is that, just like quote unquote to help or whatever, is that, because again, you don't like, it's not that you don't like the term of single mother, you don't like the jump to the conclusion.
That's what I meant. I'm sorry. Yeah,
like, you don't like how people
like
jump to
people,
that, jump to that conclusion or whatever.
I agree with that. I think it should just mean the definition. Right. Is what I mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, being you're single, you're not married, you're a single parent, or you're a single mother. Right. It shouldn't mean that, like, damn, my dad's not around.
It's what's called. It sucks because unfortunately that's based off this, not necessarily this. kind of the statistics and the stereotype.
Yeah.
Like, because there are a lot of single moms. Like the percentage is probably more single moms to like the dads involved.
Was that just saying that black fathers are the most involved? Is that what he was saying with those numbers? Out of all of this,
right? And that's not. That's fire. That's fire. That's fire. But again, that doesn't speak to
You're just speaking the whole word.
That doesn't speak to the white people and the the Hispanics, like whatever the case may be. So it's like it. I think it's just a societal stereotype.
Do you have kids?
No.
All right, so then I want to hear his take on that whole.
He's a city boy. So.
Okay, I want to hear his take on the 14 kids thing, because I might sound a little ignorant, or I might sound right on point.
Before we get to that, Darius, I want you to say what you want to say, but I just want to say this shit is so fire. Niggas had like so many conversations that are like, if we was just chatting, we probably. I don't know, we might have had, but it's like we was going crazy with the Drake, Tory, J. Cole shit, and then obviously the Bell shit. Yeah. Now we talking about some like real.
Yes. I like that.
But Darius, go crazy. 10 Lines podcast.
How I feel about the situation? I think it's fire.
What?
I think it's fire.
Like you got 14 kids?
Yeah, that you can be that financially successful, and I know that Nick Cannon isn't actually. He's not a deadbeat dad. He's definitely.
Are you saying it's fire for Nick Cannon or Elon Musk?
I think it's fire
for both.
In general, I think it's like a
you
dope
a Nick Cannon
idea.
type of nigga.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. It's like it would be if you have the means to reproduce like that and maintain relationships with the children and like show them like that. I think it's fire. You know what I mean? Like, and a lot of people feel like, oh, you're a bad person for that. Whatever. Like that's fine. But like obviously those women don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Obviously those women are like, yeah, I'll take the money every month and you could come see him when you want. I'll send it to you. Whatever the case may be. So. I fuck with it, and I think it's with this economy, with the way shit don't, you know what I mean? Like shit's not, it don't work the way they want it to work if you want to be prosperous. You know what I mean? Like if you that the getting married shit, like somebody's credit score is taking a hit. You know what I'm saying? If y'all break up, so
it's starting to become more regular, right?
Exactly.
I hear what you're
saying,
so
it feels like. It takes a community to raise children anyway, like if we're being real. It takes more than one person, you know what I'm saying? So like, it feels like if you do it the right way, even if you don't have the means, like say you're not rich, you know what I'm saying? Like where if you can work together and be honest and have open communication, like, I like the idea, I ain't gonna lie.
Sidebar, am I wrong? Why is it not looked at as wrong when you hear that people like talk to each other and figured out how to get married, like, oh, our credit score is gonna go up and we're gonna be together, we're gonna start this business. But then it's looked at bad when people use those same conversations to decide, nah, we're not gonna get married. It's better for us not to get married. Exactly. If we just stay. Like, why is that always just frowned upon when that kind of is the same way sometimes that makes people just get married?
Yeah, I think
you understand what I'm trying to say?
I think, that makes, I didn't hear. I haven't heard that that's frowned upon. Like I heard that I feel like that makes sense.
Societally, I mean, if you look, I mean, just like
I feel like mostly what I hear is what he said. Like sometimes when people have those conversations and decide like it's better for us not to get married, we just gonna stay locked in.
That's frowned upon.
I feel like I've heard a lot of people say like, yeah, that's not the real reason he's cheating, or I've heard all negative things.
They don't want to. They don't want to be committed or whatever the case may be. Like, and I think a lot of that
I get it though. Like, what you're saying makes sense, obviously, but I get why, like, because marriage is supposed to be about love, it's supposed to be about this, but realistically, like, it makes sense what you're saying. So, like, people who are thinking it from a lovey-dovey standpoint be like, what do you mean?
Right, no, but you mess it up when you incorporate all the judicial and the corporate shit into it. Right. If it's gonna be, you can't have church and state and then combine them at the same time. You're not gonna tell me something's holy while at the same time a judge is telling me that what I gotta do. It's this, you know what I'm saying? It makes it two different things. So if you look at it that way, I'm not even gonna play this game with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not, no, you know what I mean? So you can have matrimony and holiness between each other and become a holy union without involving the court system.
Facts.
It ain't gotta be that. You don't have to.
Facts.
So you don't believe in marriage? Or is
marriage
marriage for you?
I think he's pretty much just saying like it's up to the people. Like I feel the same way as him. Like like if you locked in, you locked in. Like nothing outside should be able to dictate or tell you how locked in you are.
Right, exactly. Me and my girl, like we talk about marriage, but we also have the same understanding where it's like we know what's like what they're gonna do. They're gonna combine our taxes. They're gonna match our credit scores. They're gonna, you know what I'm saying, do all these things that are according to their system that aren't in our benefit right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now, I could be on your insurance and you could do this and you could be on my shit. Like, we don't gotta pay a penalty.
It works
for
for us. It works for you guys.
Exactly. So if you take that all
Y'all
away,
clearly know the ins and outs about marriage.
Yeah, but it doesn't. But everything. I like it because everything he's talking about isn't necessarily love. So how can that dictate how locked in you are with somebody?
Right.
That's the smarts. That's the good. You want to know it, but that's not love. So that shouldn't dictate.
Right, and that's, you know, and marriage is damn like.
Well, if you got the Carfax, shit.
You know what I mean? I'd rather be locked in mentally with you, so then it's something. If our lives do part ways, or your shit takes you a direction, you get a job opportunity somewhere, or you know what I'm saying, I get an opportunity, I gotta go somewhere. It's not like it completely destroys the family dynamic, especially if you do got kids, you know what I'm saying? Because we already still got that open communication lines between us, you know what I mean? So like, I think in that sense, it could be helpful to go about things in a more open, direct, honest. I don't know.
I rock with everything y'all said. So like again, when you don't gotta, what's the term? You don't gotta agree, or you don't gotta, we don't gotta agree, but agree. It's not even that type of time. But what y'all saying, I say that to say, what y'all saying is making sense. But let's bring it back to where you say that you thought it was fire or whatever. And I feel like, and I'm not.
That's more of a personal thing.
No, it's fine. That's fine.
Kids.
That's fine. No, that's fine. But it speaks more to Nick Cannon's perspective and narrative, because obviously Nick Cannon, like I watched a joint where he was talking to Dr. Umar, and he gave it to him.
Right, I see little clips of it.
But here's where it's not fire, and that's why I brought it up as Nick Cannon versus Elon Musk. It's not fire because if Elon Musk was black, he would not be the head of Doge or the fucking right next to the president or whatever, because he will be looked at as Nick Cannon is looked at. Right. But imagine just Nick Cannon. Black men who have multiple kids. If you have 5 kids, you're already like from different baby mothers. You're already looking crazy. If you got 14 fucking kids, and if he was black, like he would be nowhere near the shit. If Obama had 14 fucking kids by mad baby mothers.
That's
where it's not fire.
That's the double standard in America. Everybody talk about Tyreek Hill's 9 kids, but motherfucking the quarterback for the Phillips from
Rivers.
Phillip Rivers. He got like 17 kids.
I love that you know football, because I don't know shit about football. So
that goes crazy. They don't never talk about that.
How much you said?
Tyreek Hill got like 9.
Okay.
Phillip Rivers got like 17 kids or some shit, bro. Nobody talks about it.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why that's what's not.
I hate that either. But I
hear what you're saying.
What you said, it should just be like, if you making kids and you just going and disappearing.
If you taking care of your kids,
that's who we should be talking about. Just somebody having that many kids shouldn't be. It could be like, damn, you got that many kids. It could be that conversation, but it shouldn't be like, how can you tell me what I can do and can't do with 10 kids and you don't got 10 kids?
My thing is that it shouldn't be acceptable because somebody is white,
versus
because somebody is black.
No,
because he also like the clip said, Nick Cannon got 12 kids.
Yeah.
Fucking Elon Musk got 14 kids. Again, if Obama only got 2 kids.
But I feel like, isn't Nick Cannon's like kid situation more like out loud too? Like he says why he wants to have that many kids, and isn't he more boisterous about why he has that many kids?
Asking him about it.
Right.
Versus
it's more so he's answering the question.
But I feel like I didn't even know until this stuff started. I didn't know Elon Musk was that many.
Right, he just got exactly.
I didn't even know it until.
But you're right. He doesn't even get asked the question.
But he's also like this. That's equivalent to his BM just announcing it. Like it's same like you announcing something that you just had a kid is equivalent to you being asked the question like, yo, why you got so many kids? What's up with that? Blah 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 blah. But again, like you said, Elon Musk doesn't get asked about it. And I think it's interesting. Like the topic is called Elon Musk versus Nick Cannon, but it's also interesting to look at it as Elon Musk versus Obama, because I saw it on Facebook. It was a picture of Elon Musk versus Obama. I wish I would have saved it, but I let it go or whatever, let it slip pause. But it was Trump saying like trying to get like saying Obama is not from America. The whole time he's from Hawaii. He literally is from America, and that's why his whole beef with him is or whatever. The whole time his man is from Africa, South Africa or wherever, and that's his right hand man. And he's obviously he's white. The only difference is one is from America, one is not from America, and the other difference is that he's a white billionaire, not just a white man, but a white billionaire. Yep. And the other is black ass Barack Obama.
Yes.
So that's really why I brought up. It was Nick Cannon. It was Nick Cannon and Elon Musk, but it's also Obama and Elon Musk and Trump.
Yeah, that's the double standard in America that we unfortunately have to deal with.
Wait, break that down, Darius. Double standard in America. That's a blanket statement. Break that down.
My dad used to break it down to me as like, as a black man, you always gonna have to do your best and be at the top 10%
better
and be in the top 10% of your field at least.
And swear to God, I try to tell what he just said.
Secretive in certain ways and everything, because it's crazy. Like it's not even that you need the whole point. Like you could just. Like you see me in Jordans every day, and then next week you see me and I got a pair of New Balance sneakers, and off the rip you about to have a whole story in your mind of what it's like. We are held to every standard from the top to the littlest. It's like, oh yeah, he must be going through something, right? Because he usually got the Jordans on. Now he's with the New Balance. I wonder what's going on. Right. But the fact that it even has to go there is crazy, and that's just on the littlest scale. But you're right. It's like we're forced to like. Be borderline perfect in every aspect, and then when we try to act like we're close to that, I feel like that's when the world just picks that. Yeah, it's like, no, you're not, because it is.
Oh my God, the clips is gonna be fire. We'll have these shits by the end of the night. But what's it called? To Darius's point, it's mad funny because I try to say this to Quasi, because Quasi was making sure making it out to be like, when have you ever faced racism? When have you personally ever faced racism?
Look up the FBI
and I'm just like, what?
Pro.
You know what I think it is?
Discrimination is racism.
What I think it is with here, I think we was, and I'm not even saying just like New Yorkers and that, as a whole, I feel like as we grew, it was kind of like we wanted to see some of that shit. So there's times that we probably experienced racism that we wouldn't even bring up because we wanted to deal with that static at the time. So it's what I'm saying is it was so often.
Yeah,
that it was to the point where it's like,
it was normalized.
Yeah, it's like,
but
I don't know. But
even what Darius said, the way he says, Dad says you got to be at the 10 percentile type. You got to be at the top of your shit to get that. That's racism. The fact that I got to be better than all 10 other white people to get this position.
Facts.
That's fucking crazy. That is racism. That's systematic racism.
And I'm not gonna say names and stuff, but
we
grew up with a lot. I'm just saying we grew up with a lot of teachers that said backhanded statements that now as a man, and I'm like, damn, that teacher we used to just laugh. It's like you shouldn't have been saying that to me. What the hell? Like, you shouldn't have been talking about watermelon every time I came in. You should have been. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and it's like we just laughed it off because in our mind, I think we went like, Mr. Da-da-da is cool or Mrs. Da-da-da is cool, so whatever. But it's racism. Like it's not. Why would you say that to me all the time or act like that? So I feel like we just kind of, because I welcome that. I kind of want to know why, like what it is, why. And I don't respect it at all.
Right.
But even for if you're not old, 60, 70, I feel like you shouldn't even be all the way like that.
Right.
And if you are, then your whole family, that's taught. It gotta be taught. Because the way the world is going, you shouldn't be 21 and feeling like you got any racist bone in your body or you shouldn't be those ages. They should be kind of aging out.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's how it should be. So it shouldn't be as often, but bro, it's often, bro.
Yeah, and it is what it is because I don't know, even with I think we talking about the halftime show. And I said I was about to actually in my head I was asking yo keep bringing a text so I can bring up that comment, but it's not even that big a deal. But there was some crazy comment saying the Obsidian people or whatever was fucking up America's halftime show with their blackness or some wild shit or whatever. So it's like, obviously that's not a 60-year-old, because a 60-year-old's not gonna be on YouTube.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's just like it is what it is, but it's and there's always gonna be some people. There's always gonna be hatred. There's always gonna be people that hate black people. There's always gonna be people that hate gays. There's always gonna be people that hate women. There's always gonna be people that hate whatever the case is. But it's crazy when it's as blatant as the president and who the president. Even the problem with the DEI. DEI stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion. Yep. So it's like that's what makes it the most crazy. And the fact of the matter is that the nigga got voted in by like either 70 or 700 million. But no, it was 70 million. 70 million some people or whatever. So it's like, and now even the people that are Trump supporters and white and whatever the case may be is like, they're to the point where like, damn, this might have been a bad idea. This nigga's going crazy. The fucking price of eggs is through the roof. Nigga, gas is through the roof. He's trying to add tariffs on everything, making it through the roof.
Bro, I knew this was going. I was watching Trump come to Charlotte, and them people was loving it.
Darius, Jesse, I've asked everybody on the podcast. I haven't asked you. Did you vote?
No.
Fuck that, Jesse. Fuck. Hey, if you guys like this video, make sure you check out these videos where we talk more about music, dating, and real life situations. Thank you for supporting the podcast. Make sure you check out these videos and make sure you subscribe. Peace.